here with some of the most unappreciated gentlemen in the business of professional wrestling, the referees. And why Corey Etzel's here, I have no idea, but we could not get him to leave.
It's because I'm official.
He's
not
official.
an official. Official. Continue, Rick.
Well, I'm just saying, if there's anybody out there who could move him, you're more than welcome to try.
Just another wrestler still in our thunder.
That's right. You know, and that's what this show is all about this week, folks. Is the referees. I want to talk to the referees about how they feel about this business. We have over here. We've got what many call the sexiest referee in the business, Smiley.
Damn, it's time to retire.
Call me because you're deluded.
Right here, we've got the man who literally refereed Moses versus Noah.
There you go.
For the ARC heavyweight title.
That's right.
This is JR. And over here, Red. That's all I can say. Just referee. Old RR. We got JR and RR. But guys, what I want, the reason, and reread.
Can we say that?
I just did.
I think that's, we got to do
I think we'll be all right on that.
But I want to talk to you guys. I want to just talk to you about how referees feel about the business. Ref JR, let's start with you, man. Tell us something that just really bothers you about this business. I mean, I tell you what, let's start off on a lighter note. Tell me one of your best memories of this business.
Oh, my best memory got to be just.
Can you remember anything?
No. I think it's what I did Moses and Noah. I mean, there's been so many. That's the thing. I mean, getting to do matches with Corey Etzel, doing a match with, getting the ref with Tommy Young. You know, I mean, you know, doing all the, you know, refereeing Jake the Snake Roberts, refereeing Hacksaw Jim Duggan, refereeing all these guys. You know, that's, you know, I've had so many.
How about you, Red?
Just actually being in the sport. This is what I wanted to do since I was 3 years old.
No fond memories, no favorite matches?
Like JR, I had the opportunity to work with Tommy Young a couple of months ago. Traveling to different cities, seeing different fans, working with champions that I grew up watching. So.
How about you, Smiley, other than the fact you wearing a silly band? What in the world about this business do you remember as something, just a real fond memory?
Working with them.
I remember squishing him in the hallway his first night in the territory.
Corey smashed him.
Apparently I didn't hit him hard enough. He came back.
That's why he's a weary. You hit him too hard.
And getting a lot of hits. Just
like on your porn site?
No.
Oh, I didn't know.
www.smileydick.com. Can I say that? Can I say dick?
It's the internet. You can say anything you want.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
I thought it was smileysucksdick.com.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
All right.
See, now we're going.
There we go.
See, now that's what I want to talk to you guys about.
There we go.
That's second dick.
No,
Well, I mean, think about it. Referees. Referees are nobody, you know, everybody, all promoters, as we know, all promoters will like stress out if a worker calls up and says, I can't make it to the show tonight. You never see anybody stressing over a referee. Don't you guys feel unappreciated?
You know what? I'll tell you what. I don't mean to interrupt, but
because you're probably going to say the same thing I am.
But you know, we are the Rodney Dangerfield of wrestling because we don't get no respect. You know, we can do a match and do something right that the fans like, but then turn right around and the fans hate us again before the next match is even over with.
Exactly. I was told a long time ago, you got to have 3 things to have a wrestling show. You got to have a building to have it in, you got to have a ring, and you got to have a rep.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Without us,
that's right. I mean, you got 2 guys in the ring that are doing anything they want to if you don't have a referee.
Here's my question for you, Red.
Yes.
Last week you refereed a 65-minute match.
Yes.
When you climbed out of the ring, no one was there to thank you for doing it. You got up and down just as much as the wrestlers involved in the match. How does that really make you feel? I'm curious about that because they get all the credit, of course, because they're the athletes out there. What? 65 minutes for an official?
I went just as long and as hard as Rick and Lee did. I did just as much. I wasn't getting pounded and thrown around, but I was still there. A lot of people think refereeing is easy. Wrestling, getting slammed around, doing moves is easy. We are the ring generals.
Well, how many guys, just give me a show of hands, how many of you guys have reffed an entire show by yourself?
Right here. I
have.
Even David Webb running the camera back here. Go, show it, man. David Webb, ladies and gentlemen.
Give me my hand. All right.
It was in Clayton.
And exactly, you guys will go out there and ref 6, 7, 8 matches, one right after another, bam, bam, bam. These wrestlers go out there 10, 12 minutes, they're back here rested. You guys are right back out there again. I mean, yeah, you're not getting slammed, you're not getting the hip tossed and punched and kicked, but it's still got to be hard on you. Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And for the companies that pay, we are the low people on the totem pole.
Yeah.
We do 4 or 5 matches a night, maybe 3, depending on how many refs shows up. But the wrestlers get paid up here. The referees get paid here.
And you work twice as long, which I mean, even though you're not, in 10 minutes they may take a hell of a lot more punishment.
Yeah.
But that's in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If there's 8, 10-minute matches, then you guys are in that ring for 80 minutes if you're doing an entire show.
Hey,
and I understand we're not the ones. No, let's be honest. No referee is going to draw a fan unless they're family.
Being paid money to see.
Yes.
I don't know. Smiley does pretty good. He gets
That's
stand
his porn site.
yeah.
No, it's the strippers from the clubs that come see him.
That's probably it. But no, I mean, you know, like, I know I've done shows where I've done every match, and then at the end of the match, I get beat up by a daggone wrestler because it didn't go their way. You know, so I'm out there all night long getting not only beat up by a wrestler, but I'm getting cheers, or you know,
You're getting booed by the fans for calling
all
things
night,
right down the
all night long. You know, well, referee, can't you see? Do I need to get you a pair of glasses? My God, ref. You know, and I mean, hey, look, you know, yes, they come to watch wrestlers. We all understand that.
Somebody's got to control the chaos, right?
Exactly. I mean, you know, I tell everybody, you know, that we are the centerpiece of the Christmas dinner table. You know, these guys
are the turkey.
These guys are the turkey and the ham and the mashed potatoes and everything, because that's what you come to eat. You don't come.
I get you.
You know, but at the same time, you know, it would be nice to be appreciated just a little bit. Now, I do get excited when, like, little kids come up and ask me to sign an autograph.
That's a good feeling.
You know, that is a good feeling. But, you know, it would be even nicer if some of the adults came up and asked for our autographs, because, you know, we're not as big. We're not going to get to be known as well as these guys. But at the same time, you know, it would be nice to know that they appreciate what we tried to do. We can't see everything.
Not to interrupt, but you know what would mean more to me?
What's that?
If wrestlers would thank us.
That's a good
A lot of them do.
Yeah.
And a lot of the promoters do.
But there are some that don't.
Yeah.
So it's got to piss you guys off when you go out there and you work yourself to death for a show, and the promoter just blows through.
Yeah.
And don't even shake your hand, don't even tell you you've done a good job, don't even acknowledge the fact, really, that you were even there.
Yeah.
That's got to piss you off.
What's worse is when we get blamed for bad matches. We're not the ones wrestling.
I mean, we can't help what the wrestlers do.
Yeah.
You know, but
Our
we're
job
there.
is to basically make the
Call
3
down.
count, call a submission, make sure the rules of wrestling are obeyed, and that's it.
Also, we don't have headphones on where we got people in the back telling us what to call.
Thank God.
So give me an instant, Red. Give me an instance of something in this business that's just really just irritated the hell out of you that you cannot get in your mind? I don't know if it's a wrestler that's pissed you off, a match that went bad, a promoter.
Why are you looking at me?
I mean, just give me an answer. Come on, it's your time, man. I'm doing something for you guys.
13 years in this business.
I'm doing something you guys.
I'm
doing something you guys that nobody else has done. I'm putting the camera on you guys. This is your time, your spotlight.
Red was a wrestler first too. We need to make big for that.
So, yeah, I've seen both sides.
That was a terrible wrestler.
Exactly. Red was too. He was awful.
And matter of fact, I've done some of Red's
Ask Rick Diesel, he'll tell you.
4 years, 5 years.
They got the name Drizzling Shits from me.
And as a matter of fact, I was getting back in because I took some personal time to get away from the business. I had some personal issues to take care of. Come back. I screwed up a double hip toss. I said, okay, that's it. I'm done wrestling.
It was bad.
It was horrible. It was to the point I might just drop me on my damn head and started reffing. And it was like, you make a way better ref than you do a wrestler. So, I guess one thing, I have the wrestling experience that I know what I like out of my refs, which JR was pretty good. Actually, it was one of the best ones I worked with.
I appreciate that. He's lying.
I didn't work with many more, but
well, I mean, and think about it. And once again, Smiley, I know you ain't done a lot of talking, but I'll drag you in this thing every once in a while.
Come on,
Smiley. But I mean, look at Smiley. Smiley loves this business, okay? He does. Smiley enjoys this business. He enjoys doing what he does. He travels with me to pretty much every show I go to. But, you know, look at him. I mean, stand up, Smiley. Stand up, Smiley. Does that look like a wrestler? No. Not everybody can be a wrestler. It's true. But if you can't and you want to be in it, Smiley is a good example of getting in this business. I've always said refs are like gold. If you ever get a hold of any, I mean, hang on to them. If you ever get a hold of a ref that'll stick with you, hang on to them because they are like gold in this business. Yeah. Like I said, Smiley will never be a wrestler, but he can be a ref as long as he wants to. And I mean, just like you were saying, you sucked as a wrestler, you admit it. Yeah. But you're a hell of a ref.
Thank you.
So, I mean, everybody out there should know. That's why this is you guys, this is your time to let people get to know the refs. Because nobody stands around and waits for the refs to come out during intermission so they can buy their pictures of the auditor and get
Trust me, I know. I got pictures out there to sell tonight. Anybody comes late, they're $2. Please come out.
Buy the refs pictures, guys. I mean, come on. They work hard, but people need to get to know you guys. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want
Ron Mills, I didn't know you were here. You know.
Ron Mills picture for $5.
But, I mean, you know, I even go out and try to talk at intermission with the crowd. And I mean, you know, some of them are very nice. Some of them are very polite.
And some are just assholes.
But, you know, most of them, if you're not a wrestler, you know, why are you talking to me?
So basically, they push you aside to get to the wrestlers.
You know, or they ask us, is this certain wrestler coming out?
Yeah.
That's weird.
But I mean, you know, like I said, again, I understand. What are you going to say?
Also, I was going to say, when I was a kid coming to the shows, the referees were the coolest fucking thing there. Because you had Vern Stevens, and Vern would come out, he would stand in the corner and wait for the guys to come out, but he would sit there and talk to you.
Yeah.
I'd rather talk to him.
Yeah.
And at least he did acknowledge you.
Yeah, he was like, this is going to be a horrible match.
and most people don't understand. You know? Most people don't understand, and this is the honest to God truth. If you want to talk to somebody at a show, talk to the refs, because most of the time the refs are nowhere near the snobs half the refs.
No, they wasn't. I mean,
the refs would love for somebody to come up and just hang out with them.
And you know, when I mean, to show you how old I am, I mean,
you don't have to. We know.
Besides Moses and Noah, you know, I watched guys like the Scott brothers, Rip Hawk, Sweet Hansen, you know, guys like that, and you know, watched Flair and Rhodes first come into the business, and you know, I've got my favorites, but at the same time, I'll tell you what, you know who was probably my favorite one to see on TV? Tommy Young.
I can relate to that because
And he's coming here tonight, am I not mistaken?
Yes,
He will be here tonight.
I mean, you know.
Man, I wish we could have had him in on this.
Oh,
Hey.
I mean,
and I can relate to that
We'll see if he's out there. Tell him come in here. We're having a real
as a
conversation.
kid, my dad would take me to the Crockett Greensboro shows, and I actually got to meet Tommy at the concession stand, and he spent about 15 minutes talking to me.
I mean, you know, I finally got to meet Tommy a few years ago down in Seagrove. And I'll be honest with you, man. I mean, if this is on the internet, I'll use this. I had a heart on him because I was excited because I got to referee a match with Tommy Young. You know, I mean, you had guys like the Barbarian there and the Masked Superstar and Ivan and Nikita Koloff and Ricky Morton and guys like that. Harley Race was there. And I got to do a match with Tommy Young.
See, I can relate to that.
And that probably meant more to you than anything.
Oh, God, yes. And I mean, you know, I got beat up and Tommy got to help me out.
I can relate. The same thing happened in Battle Cave with me.
So, I mean, you know, my God, my hero got to help me referee. I got to referee with my hero, and he got to help carry me out. So, I mean, you know, that's probably my favorite moment.
You asked earlier what was our favorite moment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Growing up as a wrestling fan and doing this for the love, because I'll be the first to tell you, there ain't no money on the independent circuit.
No.
Corey, you don't count no more. You're not on the independent circuit. But still, you know, growing up, I just turned 37, so I grew up through the late 70s and 80s with the Crockett territory. And working shows with the Rock and Roll Express, with Bill Eadie and Barry Darso. It's like, guys I looked up to growing up are now my friends. And that's the coolest part.
I have an interesting note. I know this is not about me, but a referee changed my entire life.
Thank you.
What thing?
September 18th, and you guys have never heard the story because I've never told it. September 18th, 1999, I was a smart-ass Mark sitting in the front row at the Wentworth Rec Center at an AIWF show. Well, Rick will be the first to tell you we heckled the hell out of everyone to the point that, you know, I think we may have went overboard.
They did. I've been to some of the shows they heckled on.
Bill Holiday walks out for his match. He hears us heckling, gets in my face, and says, "Listen, buddy, if you think you know so much, why don't you get in here and prove you're better than all these guys?" At that point in my life, I never even wanted to be a wrestler. But because Bill Holiday got in my face and challenged me, the following January I signed up for wrestling school. And I progressed, and I progressed, and I got good, I got better, I got better. And over the past 12 years, it's gotten me to where I am now. Which, if you're watching this and you don't know, you're an idiot. But I've never, ever had to thank him for that, because as negative as it was at the time, it turned out to be an ultimate positive. And this was from a referee. This was not words of encouragement from a wrestler or something like that. This referee got in my face and screamed at me. And that made me want to be a good wrestler. Period. So now that story's out, Bill, any bookings you get, I will take 10% off. Just send it down. I'll have a condo down there. Send it down.
You know what the bad thing is?
Actually,
now that you've let that story out, he can contact you and take 10% of what.
That's what I was going to say. It's almost like he's ready for this now.
And since Bill's no longer around and I've known you the longest, I'll be glad to take 10%.
There you go.
But I never knew that, and we really learned something, and you missed it. I'll tell you later.
AIWF.com.
AIWF.com. Sure, you don't even go to the website. I go to the website. I look at the message board.
Yeah. I mean,
go ahead.
You know, and a story that something come into my head. I want to, since we're telling little stories.
I didn't do it.
I had a match with Bam and Bounty Hunter one night, several years back. Matter of fact, I had only been in the business maybe about a year, 2 years at the most. And I don't know if Corey was even there or not, but USIWF. And Bam throws me into the corner, grabs my belt, starts chasing Bounty. All right. Bounty slides out of the ring. I'm arguing with Bam, trying to get my belt. And Bounty comes running around, slides in, comes behind me, pulls my pants down.
I was there for that.
Okay.
I think you called me that.
And my underwear decided that it was going to get jealous, so they went with it. So as, God bless you, Scott, as my best friend and Rock Roberts, who is no longer with us, God bless him, he looked at me after the show and told me, well, you had your winky flying in the breeze for about 3 seconds. And as soon as I found my winky was flying in the breeze for 3 seconds, I hit the mat. Finally got my pants pulled up, my underwear is in a wad, and I stayed in character and I'm going, and I'll take care of you when I get done, or when I get upstairs, you know, and I've been calling no contest. Well, I'm like, we're having it at this VFW. So here's this room we got then here's the bar. Well, I go in, we're all laughing about it in the bar. I go upstairs to change clothes, and here's Bounty standing there. Looks like he lost his best friend. Comes up to me and goes, I'm so sorry. I said, for what? He looked at me like, wait a minute, I know the hell you were there. You know what the hell went on. I said, look, Bounty, I said, did you mean it? He said, no. I said, so why worry about it? I said, look, man, I said, shit happens. You know? I said, nobody was, nobody got hurt. The crowd loved it. Of course, 40 people never showed up again.
I was getting ready to say, as a referee, that had to be the longest 3 seconds.
Oh, God, yeah.
JR killed the town.
And I mean, this was a packed house that night. We come back 2 weeks later, 40 chairs over here are not, there's nobody sitting over there.
They were still in therapy.
The psychologists still send me Christmas cards thanking me for their business. And this happened.
Where's your 10%?
2002, right? So, 9 years ago or 8 years ago. So, but.
I wonder what killed that company. Now I know.
There you go. That's what it was.
Business. Thanks.
So, it's things like that and believe it or not, no, I don't want my pants and my underwear pulled back down.
We don't either.
And nobody else does, that's right. But I mean, Bounty looked at me like, are you serious? You're not mad. And I said, hell no. He looked at me and he said, most referees would be mad. I said, not me. I said, Bounty, you got to realize, I'm not most referees, and I am a different kind of breed.
And I remember JR this time he was single, so he probably considered that free advertising for
Yeah, well, I did, but I mean, most people were hollering for a magnifying glass so that they could see it. Okay?
But taking that seriously, a referee kind of does have to be a different breed in this business. I mean, because the wrestlers, they go out there, they know what they're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're either going to be loved, they're going to be hated. There's not a whole lot in between.
Right.
Yeah.
But a referee, you guys, you go out there, you don't never know what to expect from a crowd.
Well,
And it's going to change 3 times in the match.
Yeah, like I said, you're a hero 1 second, you the goat the next second, and you the asshole the next second. You know.
So,
The Iron Man
never
match.
know.
The Iron Man match I did last week. 65 minutes of.
Is that alcohol free?
Are we product placing now? Wow.
but I mean, you know, you guys have got. I mean, you don't go out there for the glory that these guys do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You don't like. We talked about it earlier. You don't get the fans wanting your autograph. You don't get the people just putting them up. And
We do it. Yeah. We do it for the same reason these guys do it, because they love the business.
Now what?
Exactly. And we love the business.
But we got to be more laid back.
Yeah. Because we realize,
we're the unseen, and we have to be unseen.
And you can't tell somebody in the crowd to say, "Shut up, redneck." You know. I mean, you're not supposed to.
No.
You're telling me that. You obviously haven't worked many shows with me. But yeah, I mean, because we have to. I was told by
Red is my daughter. So I decided. It said Red is my daughter.
all right.
It's all right.
That was awesome.
That's all right. Every time I go down to ramp in Burlington, I'm going, I hate these fuckers. But yeah, to me, a good ref is unseen.
Yeah.
We stay out of the wrestler's way. We make the count. We make the breaks. We make them follow the rules. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't know we're there till the end.
And I tell you what, and because you guys know that I don't think I'm all that good of a referee. You know that.
Yeah.
You know
But you
that.
are.
But, probably the best compliment that I ever got was, because like I said, that night I was really excited because, all these wrestlers were there. And Barbarian and Masked Superstar did a match. Well, after the match, I go in, I'm sitting down with him, and I'm talking to him. I looked at Bill and I said, "Did I do okay?" And he looked at me and he said, "Well, let me tell you this way." He said, "To me, a good referee is somebody that you don't know that's in the ring." He said, "I didn't know you were there." So to me, that was the best compliment that I could ever give.
I got the same compliment from Christopher Daniels.
Awesome.
Got the same compliment from Tommy Dreamer twice.
So, I mean,
Corey
this
Edwards
is
don't
great.
compliment for nobody.
No, Corey's an
Unless
asshole,
he's
but I
complimenting
mean,
Corey or Brad, you don't get
I
that.
don't compliment Brad at all.
Well, I know we got to get this thing wrapped up, guys. Get close to showtime, and we've actually been going almost 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Well, if you've been here
Hey.
since we can be gone for 2 hours.
Well,
yeah, I mean,
you tell me 4, I'm here at 3. Come on.
I rode with him, he drove.
That says it all.
That's also trying to kill me on my last
still.
kidney shot.
I mean,
Trying to kill me.
we can still try to do another
Oh, we
one.
can do another one. I got a feeling this is going to be very popular, but give me a final thought.
I won't be on the next one.
So we get to talk more, and Smiley actually gets to say something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plugging his website.
Smiley, my man.
SmileyDick.com.
When I grow up, everybody, when I grow up, I want to be like Smiley.
If it takes you this long to
But
grow
that's
up,
why I
then you
never
did.
grow up. Anyway.
Give me a final thought, Rick.
Thank you for the support. Just appreciate what we do, because we're out here busting our ass just the same as the wrestlers are.
JR.
I love the fans. I love this business. And, there was comment made that without the referee, there would be no matches. Well, that's probably true. But without the fans, there would be no shows. So, we appreciate you guys. All we ask is a little appreciation back. But we do appreciate you guys coming and watching the wrestlers. And I definitely appreciate the little ones and even the bigger ones that do come up and say something to me, and I do appreciate that.
Smiley, you have anything to say?
Nope.
Oh, there you go.
Smiley, my man!
So basically, to wrap this up, guys, I think I've enjoyed doing this. If you're wrestling fans out there, they're telling you slide over, slide. Fans appreciate these guys. Go up to them, say thank you. Promoters, take a damn minute to think about what it would be like if you looked around your dressing room and you didn't see no striped shirts, and it was 10 minutes before opening bell. Okay? Think about that. Think about you having to get this guy over here to go out there and ref when he's in the second match, and this guy who's in the first match to ref the last half of the show. Remember what it would be like.
Because that's actually how I got started as a referee. I wasn't booked on the show. I went anyway. The ref didn't show up. I got thrown out there in a t-shirt.
We're in class thought here.
Think about it, guys. What it would be like if you looked around and did not see these striped shirts. So get off your dead asses, promoters. Get off your dead asses. Go to your damn referee, shake his hand, and say thank you for being here. We got to go, fellas. We're going to do this again, I promise. We'll see you next time, fans.
See ya.